Hello, hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. Hello, Melanie. It's wonderful to
Hello.
see you again. Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Thank you. We got a room full already. Let's see. On my side, we are on in the StreamYard. I'm seeing we have Angela Wright, Soila, Navy Mom, Deborah Richardson, Granny D, Margie's Crafty Corner, Mary's Fiber Creation, and Megan Lane. Thank you all for being here.
hi guys. In case you want to know, there is a live on my channel, but apparently StreamYard scheduled it last night at 6:05 p.m., which it shouldn't have done because Bridget only scheduled one live for the both of us, but for some reason StreamYard is taking that one live and somehow scheduling them at different times for the two of us. Hi, Wanda. Hi, Paula. Hi, Jamie Marie. Hi, Dragon Cat. Dragon Cat said, "Hey, Mel, I saw you had a live last night," and I'm like, "What? What now? What? No, I was sleeping last night." But yeah, it did this last week for our live too. She scheduled one live, and it put my live at 4:30 in the afternoon and her live at 8:30 at the correct time. I'm wondering if StreamYard has my time zone different but even at that it's doing it a different day, a different I have no idea. No idea whatsoever. But yes, so I see you're coming into the room, so you guys are finding it. So yeah, I'm there. I'm here. I'm here.
We'll get this StreamYard stuff figured out one day or another. Kind of look like professionals, maybe.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to make too many
So
promises there.
so professional. You're at least, you dressed up. Love the dress. This is the dress. I was trying to watch your videos, catch up on your videos. By the way, I I think my comments are being hidden from you. I
I
commented
will.
on the I commented on the go visit Jamie video.
I will
And
go
you
in and make sure. I'm
and
sorry,
I
honey.
even went and checked that I was still there. I'm still there, and I had fun going and seeing it. Jamie's yarn bar, that was so fun. I'm gonna make one of those, especially with the being able to fidget with it. Oh, that
Right.
looks fun. But but and then I was watching the Raven yarn being done, and I was like, my name's not there. Wait, I know I did that, and I know I did it right away. So it's not like I missed the, deadline or
Right.
anything. So, and I'm not concerned about actually getting in. I just knew I had done it. So, hmm.
I will
But,
go in and make sure that if I missed your comment, I find it.
well, it's not so much that I'm concerned that you missed. I'm just concerned that they're not
Right.
being seen, you know.
Miss Mishi, your package, for whatever reason, UPS has decided that they really like the packaging and they would like to hold on to it until the first. I actually checked it yesterday, but I can check it again real quick. I can pull you up.
Maybe they
Go.
just like Mishi's name and they're like, this
It
Mishi
is a
gets a lot
reversible.
of nice stuff.
Yes, it says that your package will be there by Thursday, August 1st, no later than 7 p.m. I'm sorry that they have decided that they like it so much and want to hold on to it. Hopefully, it will just, enhance the want and desire. And once it gets there, you'll be so excited you can't handle yourself. That's always
Hi,
the hope.
everybody coming in. I'm sorry I can't keep up. And Allie and Zoila and Margie and CB and everybody. And yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been putting videos out. So much has happened in the past week and a half. We didn't have water all weekend. Uh, Disaster in the house. We even flooded the front foyer in the house. Luckily, we don't have flooring down in the front foyer yet. It's just plywood. But and then I had to turn off the water to the house. So, but we have water again. Yay! And then, I put up the community post that explained what happened on Wednesday morning, and so yeah, so I haven't gotten videos up. And then tomorrow I leave until Saturday to go to my first yarn fest. So
Yourself, I'm going to live vicariously through you, so I'm going to need some videos and lots of stories.
I am hoping to take videos. In fact, I'm hoping to possibly do a little live from the marketplace at the Yarn Fest
Oh,
because
that would
it's in a hotel and I'm
hmm
hoping they'll have a Wi-Fi password.
right.
So,
I'm going to jump off camera just a second, but I will still be here. I forgot. I
oh,
forgot on the other side of the room.
hi, Deborah, and hi, Jude, and Donna, and I will try to keep you all entertained, and Mandy, and Melanie J, hello. Yes, but I am going to go back to I'm going to call it hometown area where I lived most of my youth in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania. Stay with my older sister, who was just up here for the weekend with my youngest niece and hello, Chandler Rocks with Yarn. Um, I don't know if Bridget's going to spin today. Are you going to spin today, Bridget?
No, not today. I thought because we have a fun little thing that we need a little input from you guys on, and
Yes.
then I thought I could tell you that I completely forgot one of the coolest features about my new bags when I was showing off the new bags because I was so excited that, and I have no memory that I forgot. So I wanted to show you guys.
Ooh, cool features! Yay!
But it is an optional feature. If you do want it, I can put it in at no extra cost. But if you don't want it, I'm not going to put it in until it's requested, just because some people might not want it, and I don't want to discourage the sale of that bag based on one feature. But the
Right.
optional feature is right here. It was asked for in last week's live. I went as soon as the live was over and ordered the tool. So now when your uh, zippered project bag is all closed up, you can still draw your yarn through the little hole and work on your project wherever you're at. So, yes, I just got really excited and everything went up my brain because, I was.
Mhm. Hi, Sally and Brenda, and thank you, Melanie J. Thank you so much, and thank you for the thummies, Sally. I'm glad you got your air conditioning back, Cindy, honey. You need it.
Ooh, yeah, AC is a must. This summer's been crazy.
Well, it's
Although,
actually been cool up here lately. So, but I can imagine anyone south of south of Mason Dixon, yeah, yeah, maybe even south of, Lancaster County gets very humid. So anywhere south of me. Just call it that.
Yeah, this the putting the yarn hole in was actually, I cannot take any credit whatsoever. That was Miss Wanda, and she asked for that, and it was pretty well received in last week's live. So I figured that's something that I can add in with no problem whatsoever. So I went ahead and ordered the tools so that I can do that for you guys. I try to, if someone comes up with something that will really make it easier for the other crafters, if it's something I haven't thought of myself, I'm definitely going to work hard to put that in.
Yep. 5 grandchildren under 9, Paula. Ooh.
That's a lot of littles under feet.
Yeah.
They're so much fun when they're little, before they learn to be so mouthy, or before their mouthiness stops being cute. However that works.
Yeah. Yeah. When they're still cute enough that you can just go, oh, and then
Yeah.
they get big enough and you're just like, hey, stop. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Hello, Miss Lisa. How are you tonight? Oh, 3 is a really fun age. I know I had my niece is a little bit older at 5, but I had a blast with her the week they were
Mhm.
here. I, of course, enjoyed spending time with all the children, but uh, the youngest one is, still so full of energy and is interested in doing all the things with you, where the older ones are starting to get into that. Well, I don't care if you're here, but do I actually have to talk to you or do anything with you? Stage of life where they just want to hide in their bedrooms and play on their phones or play their video games or whatever. The little one, she still wants to paint and do all the fun stuff with Tia.
My youngest niece was here. She's 13, and that's the youngest. And I brought her in and I showed her my fancy yarns. I'm like, just tell me if you like any of them. Tell me if you still even want me to make you anything. She said, "Oh, I like when you make me stuff." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." So I said, "Well, what would you like made? And what colors do you like? And do you see anything you like? And I don't care if your mom already said she claimed it or liked it. You can have it over her." And she's like, "Okay." And she's becoming a baker, which makes my pastry chef heart just go, ah. She's learning to love to bake. And I'm like,
Oh,
anytime you want to learn it, if you want to learn to cake decorate, you know, I will teach you anything you want to know, anything you want to learn. And so, like, I have a lot of, you all know I shop on Temu, but I have a lot of credit right now. I'm buying her a standing mixer
oh,
because
that's you.
they had a hand mixer. They don't know what happened to it. So she's mixing everything with a spoon. And you know how tiring that can get. And like just how hard that can get.
Oof, that's an undertaking. Of making Barbie clothes.
Oh wow.
I made a dress for a dolly, but I've never gone as small as a Barbie.
Oh yeah,
I,
moist heat. No, Cindy.
I hope your niece keeps going and can really make something out of it, because a good pastry chef can make a good living, and it's a beauty. They can really do some awesome things as far as beautiful cakes. And I've been watching this. he sculpts with chocolate.
Oh, yes.
And
Yes.
I mean, he builds some of the most intricate, beautiful things. And oh, I just love watching him. But I like watching the cake decorators too when they, make the, towers and sculptures out of the cake. And that's
There,
amazing.
there is a show I found. I think it's on Netflix. And I think it's actually called Chocolate School. It's a French chocolatier. And, they do the competition school shows. But this
Hmm.
one, nobody gets kicked off. Nobody gets kicked off. And he actually encourages them instead of yelling at them. He's
Right.
very young to begin with, but he's French, and there are tops and bottoms every time. But the ones in the bottom, he says, this is what went wrong, but this is what I want to help you improve.
Hmm.
And at the end, the winner gets, like, I think what they get is they get money, but they also get an internship at, like, his prestigious, chocolatiering school, but which they all want. They're bakers or chefs, pastry chefs in different things. Like, they're either a assistant pastry chef in a restaurant or in a bakery or something. Different kinds of pastry chefs or bakers or home bakers, all different things. But he is just trying to encourage them and help them instead of screaming at them and then they get kicked off in tears after 1 week or whatever. They're there the whole time to learn. So I really am enjoying it. And I think it's called Chocolate School, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Come over here so I don't.
Paula, do you knit? Because I just found I went down sort of a knit toy rabbit hole and I'm still going down it. But Ravelry has a lot of Barbie sized clothes in the knit if you put in knit toys and they're free. So hi Demetra. Hi Michelle. Hi Christy, Mateo, Donna, Denise.
Well, I don't want a yes or a no thing. I see what it's doing.
Okay, so
Sorry.
you crochet. I bet if you put in crochet toys and clicked crochet and the free button on the side when you want to filter, I bet they'd have a lot of free Barbie. Do you read patterns? But I bet they'd have a lot of free Barbie clothes patterns too. I never remember who tells me they do. They read patterns or not. I'm sorry if you told me already.
Okay. I got it typed in and I'll hit enter when it's ready. But I came up with an idea and Mel is brave enough or I don't know,
stupid enough. No, I'm brave. I'm brave. I'm
Crazy
brave.
enough um, to say yes, she's down. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it. And instead of one of us deciding what book we're going to work out of, I thought that you guys could decide what book we work out of. Um, I want to promote not, none of us are like competing against one another, but um, a challenge for one another. Something that
Mhm.
we, maybe we haven't done so much yet, or trying a few new things, or something like that. And not win or lose. It's a simple, we followed the same pattern, and this is how I interpreted it and it came out. This is how you interpreted it and it came out. These are the colors I used. These are the colors you used, or whatever that, whatever you want to do that way.
Mhm.
So it's not a competition. It's just something to do together. And if you guys want to join in on this, the first one is going to be knitting, because the books that we have are knitting patterns. I know not everybody knits, but we definitely can do the crochet one next, because I think Mel and I have a couple books in common that way too. And we can always go with internet patterns, which of course are available to everybody. Now, I'm not saying that if you do want to participate, that you absolutely have to go out and buy these patterns and stuff like that. I am not promoting the sale of the books. I'm just saying we have them. This is how we're using them, what we're going to use. If you guys can get them, awesome, and you want to join around. If you don't, we understand. But the first book is, these are all from Candace Gray. Mel and I really like her and enjoy her
Mhm.
books. So the first one is The Fellowship of the Knits. And I
And we're
thought,
ge-
mm, hmm?
we're geeks. We
Yeah,
might
that's,
just be a little geeky.
yeah, just a little bit geeky. But I mean, it's a cool kind of geeky, if you ask me. Anyways, we're the cool
Oh
geeks,
yeah.
all right.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Always the cool geeks.
But I figured that Mel and I could go through one of these books after you guys decide what book it is that we're going to be going through, and we could pick out a couple patterns. And if we end up having one in common, that will definitely be the one that we do. And if we don't have one in common, we'll decide out of the ones we picked which one we want to do the most.
Yep.
So that's the first book. This is the second
Oh,
book, is Harry Potter's Knitting Magic. Khaleesi, we are not in need of input. Thank you. She thinks otherwise. Harry Potter Knitting Magic. This is the first Knitting Magic book that came out. So this one is the the beginning movies, and the next book will be, of course, the second Harry Potter Knitting Magic. Now, some of these patterns are from Harry Potter and some are from the Fantastic Beast series. I don't know if you guys have seen all of them. I have. I love most of them. The last two, not so much. But I have them because I did enjoy the first and Fantastic Beast movie quite a lot. But
there are supposed to be 5. They got to keep going. They got to finish it. I'm a
yeah,
purist. I'm a purist. Demetra, I was actually wondering if Paula read patterns because she's making Barbie clothes, and I had found some Barbie clothes on Ravelry for free. So yeah.
If you're on my side, I have, oh, I think it went up. I have put a poll up.
All right, let me
You
copy
guys
that on
want,
my side. Or try to copy that. Wait. Welcome to the Lords and Ladies, Cindy Lulu.
oh, welcome in. Thank you very much.
I don't see the poll.
You didn't come up.
Mm,
There we go.
no.
There we go. I got it now.
Okay. Okay, so that's what I got to do on my side. All right.
I've had these books for a little while now, and I've been saying I'm going to make something out of it. Ray and I said we were going to do something together, and then I got extremely busy. And I know there's some smaller patterns in these books that now we're not putting a time limit on this. This is something that we'll be able to update you guys on during our lives and stuff like that, whether we've gotten stuff done or not. Um, and Mel does a lot of pattern testing and has a lot going on at home that she has to take care of. And I'm a busy lady too, so we are not going to stress about it. It is just something that we wanted to do together. And that's more than fine. No one has to vote if they don't want to. Um, I just thought it'd be something fun, if you guys did want to participate and play along a little bit with us. Well, we will definitely have to do a crochet one after this one. Um, maybe we'll bounce back and forth and do a crochet and then do an, or knit and then crochet and then back and forth. Oh no, Miss Christie, so sorry. Her hearing aids died.
Oh.
Well, that was my first time ever putting one up, if you couldn't tell by all the bumbling and stumbling. I just seen other creators do it, and I'm like, hey, let me try that. I really enjoy knitting. It is a lot slower, but knitting is something that I really enjoy doing for myself. I find it to be very relaxing and just therapeutic the way the needles move.
Did
Welcome
mine
back,
go up?
Lydia.
Mine didn't go up, did it? Yeah, but a lot of these washcloths are just like if you do a washcloth, um,
I'll
if
pull
you
one
do
up.
a washcloth with an image in it, Paula, it is a lot of them are just knits and pearls, and you can do images. I I thought I did the poll too, and mine's not showing up. But it's grayed out when I go to
Um,
do the
do you
poll.
have all the options filled out?
Not
If
all
not,
four.
X the fourth one out.
I did X the fourth one out, and now it's grayed out for start a poll.
Huh.
But it's not in my chat. Sola says she voted. So where is it? I don't know.
Okay, for
Oh,
instance, if we were to do
Jude says she saw it. They say they
this,
see it. They said they see it. I just don't see it.
this picture right here, This picture is created literally by doing nothing more than knitting and purling. It's just where you purl and where you knit to make the picture kind of pop out.
Okay.
I will be right back, honey. I'm going to go put her to bed so she stops.
Cool. Nifty, guys. Thanks, guys. Because, oh, I see it. There it is, hiding up at the top. So I actually got a package from Bridget today, and she's like, you can open it on the live. Should we do that in a little bit? Like, not right now, but it doesn't have to be perfect, Paula. You just have to, enjoy the process, and the fun is seeing how everybody's turn out compared to everybody's or whatever. And oh, look at Paula. Paula's like, yes, open it. I was, sometimes you can read the emotion just in people's words or how quickly they respond to you.
Right.
Hi, Vicky and Christy. I said hi. Hi, honey.
Well, I don't know what it says on your side, but what it says on my side is we're doing Fellowship of the Knits.
Let
We are at
me go.
5%.
Mine is, hold on. No, I don't want to end it. Yeah, mine is 58% for Fellowship of the Knits.
Well, there we go. We have our answer. Thank you guys
Okay.
very much.
Thank you very much, everyone.
I totally want to do these gloves right here, but I also want to do the shawl right here. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm all for that. Oh, I also got this. I may or may not have signed up for a 3-month sock club from Simply Socks again, but this one includes 3 yarns per month. I may have done that.
Oops.
Oh, it's not an oops. I'm not ashamed at all. Mm-hmm. So this is my first month. Yeah. It says awesome goodies enclosed. Please enjoy. And Jude's here to see it. Yeah, Jude's here to see it.
Jim, I don't know if you can hear me, buddy, but go hide the credit cards.
Jude. Oh no, this is already sold out, I think. I bought this like months ago. Jude. Simply Socks, Jude. Simply Socks. Yes, I'm going on an adventure, Allie. But I can open both of these on here if y'all have time to like hang around. Yeah. If y'all have time. What should I open? Okay, since Paula seems to be the one with the opinion, what should I open first, Paula? The Bridget box or the sock club? And Paula's just like reaching through. Okay, when I was about 9 years old, 8 years old, my friends and my older sister forced me to watch a Freddy Krueger movie way before I was ready for it. And at the end of the movie, he reaches through the hospital TV, picks up the girl who got away, and like picks her up and head through the TV. Tormented me for like a year. I couldn't like be near TVs, but So I'm just picturing Paula reaching through like the screen and grabbing me and grabbing my stuff. Okay, the Bridget one, Margie and Wanda and oh, Mary said socks, but everybody else. Oh, sorry, Deborah. Now Deborah's like, great, I'm gonna have nightmares about Freddy Krueger. Yeah, sorry. It was only like I don't know. Hi, Pebbles. Okay, so Bridget box. I'm gonna show you. Ooh, look, the bottom of a box. Now, some of this I did order. Okay, so professional opening tool, being very careful just to make a slit because, you know, anything from Bridget is usually fabric. And then brute force. I'm on the brute squad. You are the brute squad. There's
Thank
stuff in
you.
here. There's stuff in here that wasn't supposed to be in here, Bridget.
No, there's not. Everything that's in there is supposed to be in there.
What's that?
You want a giveaway? I hadn't sent it yet because I was waiting to make your yarn, but I haven't gotten the fur baby fur yet, so I haven't been able to make your yarn. So since I was sending you the other stuff, I sent you the giveaway you won.
Well, what giveaway did I win?
You won at the monetization party from Miss Aussie Sandy because she didn't want me to pay the shipping. Yeah,
No, I didn't.
yes, she did.
I don't remember that.
Well, too bad. I did. You're
I
welcome.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes,
I
you
don't
did.
remember it, so it didn't happen. Paula, keep it. No, I don't. No, I didn't. I write down everything at the monetization party? Wasn't I at
It
the
was one of the
monetization?
parties. It was either the monetization party or something like that. You won, and I said, "Can I just wait until I send you?" Because at that time, I already knew that I was
Oh, I
making you
did
yarn.
win. I did
See,
win. I did win. Okay, I remember it now. Okay, so you're all going to be jealous of this, but don't be jealous because I bought this, but it's not for me. It's for my friend who just lost her best friend. I bought the Raven Revived yarn that Bridget just finished last Monday. Isn't this gorgeous? Oh, isn't that gorgeous? Look at the marling. But I jokingly said, well, I wasn't joking, but I was just like, can I bring you anything when I was going to her house Wednesday? I said, any yarn, any food, anything, you know, to give her some comfort. And she said, how about that yarn that was being spun? Because she's got a wicked sense of humor. And I said, done. If it's not sold, done. And if it is sold, I'll get her to make you some new yarn. And it wasn't sold yet. So, oh, I love this. I love the seal. But so I said, it'll be your Christmas present. Because I do. She's my friend in real life, but she comes to the lives sometimes. And, oh God, you can see the tonal from here. The tonality. Oh, and it's got a beautiful feel to it. Oh, but she'll love this. She'll love this. And I'm going to put it right there. And I wanted to get her a bag. And there was this lovely autumn gnomes, medium knot bag, medium Japanese knot bag that matches my own little This is a hook and needle, or is this a,
Hook and needle.
uh, okay. So we have matching bags now. Isn't Megan? Don't say such mean things about me. She said I'm a
What
good
you
friend.
say?
She said I'm a
Oh,
good friend.
you are an amazing friend, honey. You really are. You,
No,
I tell you,
Bridget is the sweet dear friend. Bridget is the sweet dear friend. But she makes such lovely, look at these little, and I mean, you can't even find the stitching without, I mean, without searching for it. She matches the threads. She They're lined. You can flip them inside out. I mean, some days I might just want to go orange. Now, my older sister, was here and she saw my bags and she's like, "How many of those do you have?" She saw my skull bags and I'm like, "I don't know, a few." She's like, "Do you need them all?" I'm like, yes, I do." And she's
every
like,
single one of them.
and she was just like, "Oh," and I'm like, "But I do have this." And she saw this fabric I had, and I was like, "Well, I was actually going to send that to Bridget to make a bag." And she said, "Really? How much would it cost?" And I said, "You're not paying for a bag. You can, maybe it'll be a Christmas present." And she went, and I'm like, "Now what would you put in it just so I know what size you would need?" And she said, "Oh, I don't know. She's a hairdresser by trade." And so she's like, and I'm just like, "Oh, you're such a child." But now everybody in my family will get one because my younger sister, I'm trying to figure out um, what would fit on her wheelchair best. But just, and then in the box that I won, that I couldn't remember I won, that Bridget had to keep telling me until it clicked in my brain that I won, um, is this. I love this cotton, which I actually love. I love this cotton. It's so soft you could use it for garments. And this is a, ooh, harvest. I love the colors, the harvest colors. I'm just going to tell you the colors and what they are. And then there's a Maya in color 1067. That looks like a 2-weight. And it's something European, 100 grams, in a very nice green. From some sort of supermarket in the Netherlands. Because it says supermarket and Netherlands on it. So, and some baby Hirschners to play. Those go nice together. And there's another harvest. That'll be nice. Were we saying about maybe making a washcloth or something? I don't know. These are a 2 fine. And this one, they're 100% acrylic, 2 ounces, 220 yards. Machine wash, dry flat, made in China. Do they have colors? This one is haystack. No idea why, since it's like sunshine yellow. That is not a haystack. That is,
Well, when it first starts to turn, when the hay, when it's been cut and it first starts to turn, it does have a goldeny, but it's not
it,
quite that goldeny.
it's not yellow though. I've seen hay. I've lived in farm country. It's like a brown yellow, not a yellow. And this one's called blue ice. So these are nice. And then, oh, I've never had one of these. Okay. This is the Red Heart amigurumi. Each one makes 2. Those are some pretty small amigurumi. And this is, ooh, elephant. or elefante, or elephant. I don't do French. It's a super fine one weight. Okay, a one weight to make amigurumi, and then they make it really tiny. 2.25 millimeter needles, 2.7. Yeah, I'm not making amigurumi with one weight. Okay,
it would make a pretty shawl though.
it
A
would. How
chevette,
many yards is it? How many
especially if
yards?
you used a bigger hook so it was nice and lacy, or a bigger needle.
It's 239 yards, so it would make a nice little cowl shawlette. I don't
Hmm.
wear the tiny little handkerchief ones, but it would make a nice one for somebody. It's pinks and light grays and whites and a darker gray. That would be cute. Does it? It looks like it has a pattern inside.
Hmm.
So, and then, ooh, I do. Ooh, it's soft. It's soft. It's boutique fur. I've been using the fun furs and the eyelash because I am making amigurumi right now, and so it's it. Oh, come on, 7 weight. So when they just throw out the weights like that, I'm just
Yeah,
like,
the core is so thin, but it's never going to take up as
yeah,
the space that weight.
I can see how they call it a 7 weight, and you have to use a bigger hook with it. I just, I, I, you know, calling, using the weights. They do say, wow, an oh, is that a Q? I'm sometimes my bifocals are just no good for what they write because that
Right.
line through the Q, I was like, is it an O? Is it a Q? 16 millimeter hook, 12.75 millimeter needles. Um, and it's called slate. I would have just called it. I don't see. I mean, oh, and another Hirschner's baby. That one's eggshell. It's a creamy white. I'm not sure if that's showing up, and that is the box. It's a lovely box. That was well worth waiting for. Ah, and it's all falling. But luckily I'm on a bed, so it's just falling on the bed. That was lovely. Thank you very much to Aussie Sandy and to you. And I am going to, I'm not going to wait till Christmas to give this to my friend. Her name is Maggie, Maggi, and I'm going to just wrap it in some tissue paper. And oh, I know, isn't that fun for Allie. Of course it's Allie saying that because she wants to put it up here on a shawl. And she gave me that idea too. So
Actually, it
um
was the second I picked up that yarn. I'm like, oh, Allie would love this, but it's part of this box because I made up a bunch of little boxes.
oh, so the box was from you.
Well, yeah. Well, see, Aussie Sandy won from me, from the
Okay.
culprit, but she didn't
Oh,
want me to have to pay to ship to Australia, so she donated the box back to the channel, and therefore I was able to send out an extra prize for the pot of earth for the
that's how it worked.
donation. Yeah.
Oh, well then thank you to both of you for the lovely box of beautiful yarns because I will use them and enjoy them. And if there's anything I can't use, I will just pay it forward and someone else will enjoy them.
That sounds like a wonderful idea to me.
And Allie's going, and use the fun for all my art bags.
Her art bags are so beautiful. I am loving what she's doing. The only thing, Allie,
Gorgeous.
is you need to get some videos up, sweetie. Show everybody else those beautiful bags so they all know what we're talking about up here.
Mm-hmm.
Mel and
Mm-hmm.
I are lucky enough to see the behind the scenes, Allie, so we get to see all this beautiful stuff she's making.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh. Oh, and it's silky too, Allie. That I guess it's discontinued because it had stickers on it for $2 for the fun fur. So it might have been discontinued. But oh, the package. I forgot there was Paula is
She is
okay.
on
Well,
your behind tonight. She gonna get you.
I forgot there was another package. I thought it was done. I thought it was
And welcome
done.
in, Miss Jennifer. And welcome into anybody that we might have missed that was, while we were opening the box and whatnot.
Oh, I see colors. Uh-oh. I see colors. Okay. Okay. So, welcome to the first month of the 35th SSYC Sock Yarn Club. For this 3-month 19th birthday sock yarn club, you got a special deal on the popular quirky sock yarn and splash sock yarn. Now, I got the quirky sock yarn last time I got this, and it was the first time they were premiering their quirky sock yarn, and it was marled, so I really loved it, and I'm making a shawl out of it. It's kind of a capelet. So the quirky is a marled yarn and a self-patterning yarn. So I guess the splash is a self-patterning. Each month, mid-month in July, August, and September, you get 2 different balls of a quirky sock yarn and 1 ball of splash. It's the only way to get this yarn right now. So that's why I signed up, because I really enjoyed it. It's a little scratchy because it's, wool. And as a birthday treat from us to you, they've partnered with Summerly Designs to give you one of her sacks. Oh, I get a sock pattern each month. I better open the monthly email because that's where the download is. Yeah, I better go and check my email. Otherwise, I won't get my sock pattern. And I'm really big on the sock patterns right now. Oop, I busted my bag. But
Don't do that.
so there they are in the bag, and we'll get them out of there. Calm down, Paula. Okay. Yes, these are fun. Now they're a little rough, but so this is the quirky, and I love the marl on it. And this one is 440 yards, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, 100 grams, 3.5 ounces. It's a one weight, which is fingering or a sock yarn. And they want you to use 1 to 3 needles, which is 2.25 to 3.25 millimeters. And this is color QS1101. I might have gotten this color before. So it might be good because I'll have a little bit left from my shawl, and then I'll have more. They say machine wash in cold water, lay flat to dry, but it's always going to be hand washed for me. And it's made in Turkey, and that's their label for their quirky. But all those pretty colors, and that's shown pretty true.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, with all the blues and the pinks and all that. Welcome back, Zoila. And oh, I love it too, Jude. I love the marled. And then let me get out the other marled one. Oh, this is much paler, but it's also pink. So we knew we were going to be with Bridget tonight. This is QS1111. So quirky sock 1111. and that's pale pinks. And there's also, I'd say, some pale blues in there, and just different shades of pinks. Like, you can almost see the different roses. I'd say different shades of rose. So, okay. And then this is the splash sock. I haven't had this before. So, same made in Turkey, same washing instructions, same needle size, because it's a one weight. Also, same makeup, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. Sock weight, so fingering weight, 440 yards, 400 meters. Loving this color.
That's
So
beautiful.
this is a self-patterning one. And this is color 1322. But the only way you can get any of these yarns is to join the club right now. So, and that has greens, purples, pinks. The purples almost look like they go to a blue, but I think it's just where the purples meet the greens is trying to trick my eye. I'm not sure.
On this side, it looks like there's blues, but that could just be the camera too.
Yeah, I can't quite tell because my light is yellow. You know, I think it's purples and then shades of purples next to the greens. But it's so pretty. I want to make socks out of this. I am on the heels of the Bridget sock tutorial. So, hello, Ronadonna.
They would like to know, how does one join that club?
Okay, so you go. I'm not sure if there are any. I joined it because they sent out emails telling people there were openings in the Simply Sock birthday sock club. That was a couple months ago though, and that you could sign up for it. And I don't know if there are any openings left since they're already sending out the yarn.
Right.
And they will now you go, it's simplysocks.com, I think. Let me see if they have their website anywhere. It's www.simplysockyarn.com. Oh, thank you, Allie, honey. And congratulations, Denise Lee, for getting a membership. And the Bridget sock pattern is actually a tutorial on her. She has a playlist for knitted patterns. Rudy, it is exactly 9:28 p.m. right here on the East Coast. And welcome in, Rudy.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry
you
I
for
didn't get to
giving a
say that.
membership, Allie. I just seen that. I'm sorry I missed it, sweetheart. I don't know if it's on your side or my side, but
She gifted one on my side, and
there you
Denise
go.
Lee got it.
Well, that's
So,
awesome.
and she just gifted one on your side now too.
Oh, thank you, Allie.
And Jennifer Rivenberg got it.
Well, congratulations, Miss Jennifer, and welcome aboard.
Yes. So, who was asking about the Donna Jenkins? Zoila put up the sock tutorial link in my channel.
It's on my side too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Zoila's and Mary put it up on your side. So yeah, oh, these are so nice. And I'm gonna get more of them because I was, oh, I don't want to use all my but I decided to use it for a expression fiber arts pattern. And it's coming out nicely, but I was like, oh, I'm gonna use up all my marled, you
Hello,
know,
HD.
yarn.
Welcome in.
Hi
The marled yarn
HD.
is so pretty.
And hi, Darcia and Donna. And I didn't get to say hi to Mary. And oh, I'm losing my mind. I haven't even packed, and I'm leaving tomorrow. I have to write a list out for my dad for Ola Ruby's medication and how he has to give it to her. But I'm not leaving till tomorrow afternoon. And I'm always up at 7. So I have plenty of. I also write a list of everything that goes with me, all my clothes, so that and my chargers and everything I take and pack, so that when I come back, I can check it off again.
Yeah, that's a good
That it's
idea.
in, that it's in. I am a paranoid traveler because I have traveled with my mother, and she's a flighty traveler. And if I was not paranoid and OCD. Oh, I don't wait to the last minute to pack, Paula. But with the water breaking and all this stuff over the weekend, I got behind. So if you weren't here earlier, Paul, yeah, my our pipe broke on Saturday and we didn't have water in the house all weekend, and I was trying to get a plumber out here, and then that fell apart, and so yeah.
Stress of being
Yeah.
a grown up. Here we rush so
I
hard
had
to get
to
here.
I had to adult all weekend. So, eh. But I will be fine. I will be fine. Breathe. And yeah, it shall be fine. Oh no, no, it's okay. It's all fixed now. We got the plumber out here today. We have water again. And that is what your emergency savings account is for.
That's right. Good idea to have one.
That and we put every month um money goes into it every month. And so, yes, Mary, adulting stinks. And hopefully, I will be able to, because I didn't get videos up this past week. I didn't get to do a live. Hopefully, I will be able to do some of that from my sister's house because she has Wi-Fi now. So, and I'm hoping the hotel where the Yarn Fest is going on will have Wi-Fi because it's a hotel, right? But that considering I'm a guest of the convention, I will be able to have the Wi-Fi password, and then I can do a live while I'm shopping, you know, and y'all get to come with me while I'm shopping maybe for a little bit. So, because I know people do lives from like um farmers markets and that kind of thing, but I don't have the kind of unlimited data and that kind of thing, and I don't want to use up all my data. So, oh, thank you, Allie. But I think it would be fun if, like, I could just, and I got a new phone, so if I could stream from, oh, Megan, yeah. I mean, my dad put the plumbing in. He could have fixed it, but his anxiety, he couldn't he couldn't handle it right now. So thank you, Mary, for putting up Simply Socks. But I think it'll be fun. And then my sister was mentioning that she might be able to get some concert tickets, but I don't want her spending the money now that I think about it, because she's struggling a little, and they're only $18 concert tickets, but then the gas to go to it and everything, she should save that for her bills. And so I'm going to try to convince her to stay home with me, and I'll treat us to maybe a meal and we'll just hang out.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hello, Hugh. How are you? Welcome in.
We've had a pretty good turnout here again tonight, Mel. I think this is really becoming a thing for us. I'm really enjoying it.
Hey, I mean, you draw a crowd on your Monday nights, and I just am along for the ride, and I am just along for well, I was hoping my nieces would be able. I have four nieces, and then I have my nephew, and I was hoping my nephew would. He was supposed to be there, but he's starting to have anxiety attacks, so he went home early to Virginia. He's 17. He's a very sensitive kid, and I was worried that might start happening to him as he hit teenagehood, and it did. So he's back home in Virginia a little early. Um, but that's okay. I'd prefer him feel comfortable and
Right.
safe. Um, so, and I did get to see my youngest niece while she was up this weekend, and she's gonna probably, and I'll get to see her for about a day or so, and then she's gonna go on a family vacation with her dad and siblings on that side of the family. But the three oldest I haven't seen in about 5 years. So I begged her my sister to tell them I would be down there. I've been begging her for about 2 months now, and she told them a day and a half ago. I
Oh
said,
my
no,
God.
you had to tell them 2 months ago so they could get off work.
Right.
And she's like, I kept forgetting. And I'm like, that's why I kept bugging you to tell them early. But so now they all have to work. So, but
Yeah, that darn adult thing is it's no fun. It gets in the way of things. But
no, yeah.
it's good to see that they're being responsible and, going to work and having jobs and stuff like that. A lot of our younger kids don't anymore.
Yep. Well, yeah, they adult, but then they go to concerts and they go to Comic Cons and they go to Chicago to visit their dad and they go here and there. But and my sister's like, well, they have this and they have this and they have, and I'm like, and we only live 3 hours away, or they could Facebook me, or they could call me, but they don't, or their other aunt who lives in the same house with me, or their grandpa, but they don't. So, they make their choices.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's unfortunately, you know, they grow up and move away.
well, we moved, but I mean, it's just they they make their choices, and it hurts, but they're adults now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, thank you, Zoila, honey. Oh, Donna, I'm so sorry, honey. Big hugs, sweetie.
Oh goodness. Ugh. I was out. I've been trying to take the paint off the door that goes in the craft room here.
Mm-hmm.
And I finally went and got some paint strippers. So I was out there today putting that on the door and scraping away. And now my back is just killing me leaning over that thing.
Yeah, I prefer. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the chemicals, but I prefer using the paint stripper to like a sander. I'll use the sander in the end once the layers are off with the paint stripper because it gets through all the. Because people will put like 10 layers of paint on something, they'll just keep layering it, you know.
And I'm doing all the detailed areas, that sink in and you can't get with a sanding
Mm-hmm.
tool. So
Mm-hmm.
it's just the detailed stuff. So once I get it all off, I'm gonna stain the door because I prefer the look of the wood than paint.
We do also. We have. Um, can you see where is it? That right behind
Mm-hmm.
me? Okay, so I do the painting and I do the staining in the house. And then my dad will do the polying. But I paint the walls. But I also do the mudding because I was a cake decorator and mudding's kind of like icing. But the
Right.
thing is, I'm also very short. So to mud an entire seam on a wall, I have to go up a step stool.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to get a flat seam, you have to do it in like one go with the tape. That's very hard if you're going up a step stool. So we came up with a solution. We put battens up. Here's one right here. Okay. All of the
Mm-hmm.
seams have a wooden joint. No, no tape because they're not exterior walls.
Right.
And if they are exterior walls, there's so much insulation. We use the good insulation. We use rock wool. Oh, it's it's thick. It's nice and thick. And then we have T111 on the outside. But it's all stained and then you've seen the ceilings. They all have beams. Um, hold on. I'll show in case anybody hasn't seen our ceilings. They
I've
all
already
have
looked at your ceilings. Just
my
absolutely
deck,
in love with them.
and they're not. They're just for show. When he put the ceilings up, he put the beams up first, and there's a crawl space up there, and he literally, it's a big empty space, went up and took the pre-painted drywall above the beams, which are just a 2x6 on its side, already stained. And he lifted the drywall up above and then dropped it into place on top of the 2x6s from the hallway.
Smart guy.
And then, I mean, he was a little eager. So sometimes the stain would smudge on the ceiling, but a little smudge of drywall, all we had to take was touch-up brush with the paint for the ceiling and touch it up. Oh yeah, fumes from paint. But I actually, from a young age, I used to love to paint walls because, putting on the paint, you could see the difference and the change in the wall. And I had this I had a fascination with, oh, look at the difference. Look how much of a change. And I love it. And my dad fed on that. He was like, "You're doing such a great job. Okay, now paint this room. Now do this room." And he'd praise me, and I'd be like, "All right, I'll paint this room." And I loved taping stuff off and getting it done. And he used it. Oh, he used it so he wouldn't have to paint. He hated painting. So, yeah.
I
He
painted
was
the
like,
whole house except for our bedroom by myself.
"Mhm,
Only because the king was at work, you know.
yep."
I
But
tell you,
he doesn't
that's a
like,
lot of work. All the painting alone is a lot of work, but the taping and taking the tape down, oh, all up and down the ladder. And I'm short like you. I'm only
yep.
5'2", so even to reach the second shelf in my cupboards, I have to have a step stool. If not, one would a little bit higher than a step stool.
Yeah, I have in my kitchen, I have a two-step stool, one of the two-step stools, and I have to get on, our dog treats are on top of the cabinets, on the up on the top in that little space right below the ceiling. And yep, I'm on the, some days if my back hurts too much or I'm a little dizzy, I'm just like, Dad, I can't get up on the step stool today. I need you to, and he's just like, you know, not even on anything, and he's just like, do it. And I'm like, yeah, no, not even in my, well, I can't even get to the top shelf of the cabinets without, I can get to the very front if I stand on my tippy toes, the top shelf of the cabinets. If I lean up on my tippy toes, and welcome back, Zoila. Is mom okay? I hope mom's okay. But
The king will laugh at me. He'll come in the kitchen, and I didn't want to go and grab. We have like a 4-step, like a little handy ladder for the house, but I use it in my kitchen because I can't reach anything. So if I
mhm,
don't feel like going and getting that little ladder out, I'll take and grab like a mixing spoon or a spatula, and I'll be out there scooping it down off the shelf, and then I just catch it. He'll come out in the kitchen just as I'm catching it usually, and he just started laughing at me. Just here I am in there,
mhm.
playing ball with myself, hitting it to myself and catching it.
Yeah, and I mean, it's even funnier when I'm at the grocery store and there's something partway back on the top shelf, and I'm like, are you kidding me? And I'm trying to use another box of something else to pull it for, and it pushes it further back, and I'm like, uh-uh. And there's nobody around, and I'm like, is that bottom shelf gonna hold me? You know,
Yeah, I climb the
or
shelf.
or or I'm like, it's in the freezer in the back of the top shelf. I'm like, I'm going in, and I'm halfway in the freezer, and someone comes down the aisle, and it's someone who works there, and they're like, do you need help? Or they just walk past me, and I'm like, oh, you could have helped me, you could have helped me. And they're just like whistling and walking by, and I'm like, oh. But if I see
Every
a tall person, I'm like, hey, tall person, hey, tall, come here, come here, come here. And they're like, and I'm like, yeah, you. And if it's a short person with a tall spouse, I'm like, can I borrow your tall spouse? And they're like, you go help her. Go help her.
Yeah, I tell ladies all the time, can I borrow your husband for just one moment? I swear I won't keep him.
Oh, yeah. And Allie, yeah. And Allie's like, I'm MacGyvering getting stuff down. I do that too. I'm like, okay, a bottle of, the tallest bottle I can find with a thin neck. And I try to scoop around things in, yeah, and I scoop around, but it pushes, and then I'm two-handing while trying to balance on the bottom shelf, and people are just like, "Can I take a picture of this without getting screamed at?" And I'm like, "Don't take a picture. Come and help me. Come, spot
Right?
me. Spot me." you know, like back in elementary school days. Spot me. Okay. Don't let me fall and break my head. I've already had 12 or 14 concussions. I don't need another one. Come on.
Right. Well,
Come on.
you enjoy your dinner, Miss Margie, and I hope you enjoy your lunch, Miss Lisa. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys have good food. Good food.
Yeah, I got to do that
Oh,
after the live. I'm made the king his dinner tonight, but I don't eat tuna, so I didn't have any. Well, had to go to the store so I could get some fabric for an order I'm doing tonight, and I decided that a bacon lettuce tomato sandwich sounded just absolutely amazing. So I'm going to cook that up after the live tonight.
that sounds good.
Yeah, Jude and Jim, they don't have to have. I bet their bottom cupboards are completely empty at their house. They got everything way up high. You know, it'd be like, Mel and I went over to Jude and Jim's. We would be like in a child-proofed house or something, or an us-proofed house. We couldn't reach anything.
Hey, yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
I've been known to climb up the shelves too. If I can't find anybody to help me and I need what I need to make whatever it is I'm making, I'll climb them shelves. They don't like it, well, then I guess they should have them better stocked.
My dad, we have a closet now, and the shelves go all the way to the ceiling. And I'm like, where did he put that thing? Whatever thing. And I'm like, Sarah, I bet he put it on the back of the top shelf because he thinks I don't need it. He thinks, he went and reorganized it and he thinks it's something we don't use a lot. So I go get the step stool, and of course, there's stuff stacked somewhat in front of the closet, which I have to move to be able to set up the step stool in front of the closet, which doesn't have doors or anything now. And I go in there and I'm digging around, and it's in the back of the top shelf. I'm like, why would he think I don't need that anytime soon? It's something we use regularly. But
Miss Melanie, this is actually one of it's a dress, but it's kind of a mini dress. It's something I like to wear with my swimming suits and stuff like that. Or if I wear it out and about, I always, even when I have shorts to go, or even when I have skirts that go on my ankles, I wear shorts. But I wear a pair of shorts and a slip under it. I'll turn the camera just a little bit. Chair out the way.
oh, that is cute.
I believe, if I am remembering correctly, this is my colorway from Melissa Crochets in Agreement.
Well, you just got a colorway from everyone, don't you?
I have one from Thriss. Melissa did one for me, and what's her name? The Canadian lady, Precious Yarn,
Uh,
Angela. I hate
yeah,
that one. I know her so well. I don't know why her name just bloops out of my head, but
yeah.
yeah, Miss Angela made me a colorway as well.
Hmm. What's yours from Melissa called? Do you know?
Mm,
Do you remember?
Queen
Oh, now
Bee,
I'm
but it's
taxing your brain.
Queen. From Melissa, it's Queen and just the little sticker of a bee instead of the word.
Oh, okay.
I thought that was
And
really cute. And
yeah,
from Angela, it's Bridget's Way, and from Thriss, it's Queen of Hearts.
yeah,
From Thriss, my colorway was not this last February, but the February before. That was the colorway she let out for February that year for her subscription
I
box. So,
actually had the Queen of Hearts one, but I am sharing it out to somebody who doesn't have any thrift yarn and enjoys the bright pinks.
well, good night, Miss Paula. I hope you have sweet dreams and a wonderful day tomorrow.
Um, Sleep tight, Paula. It's always good to get some rest. So glad you were here to encourage me to share. That is how I will word it. Your encouragement meant a lot to me, Paula.
Yeah, at this one thing through this channel, I have made and met some amazing friends and just wonderful, wonderful people, and the opportunities that have come up just because I happen to be, a friend with that person or whatever, or
Hmm.
friendly with a person has just been astounding to me. I've never,
Same here.
Mama G started the if you have a Bridget bag, you can sit at the cool kids table. I honestly, in my life, have never, ever, ever, in the remote possibility of anything, been considered one of the cool kids. So when she came up with that, I just cracked up because it's like me and cool kid, cool or popular, any of that just doesn't kind of go together. So it's very strange, but I thought it
Yep,
was kind of funny. So um it's just, yeah, it's just awesome, the friends that I've made and the opportunities have happened because of those friends, or because of those friends
exactly.
being who they are.
Yeah, exactly, Zoila.
Yeah, you guys definitely make me feel like I'm one of the cool kids now, for sure. I've always got someone that, if I get away from that nervousness of not reaching out to people first, or that it's not nervousness, I guess it's the I'm quiet when I'm on a panel a lot of times because I don't want to be rude and interrupt anybody. I don't reach out to people because I'm always afraid that, well, what if they're busy right now? Or what if they don't want to hear from me right now? Or what if? It's always you know,
Well,
but
what if they
have some,
just tell you that instead of you worrying about it and never
and
finding out?
even if they don't, like, even if they say, "Oh, you're never going to bother me. I'm up all hours or whatever, or I don't never have anything to go on or whatever." I still, even if they say it's 100% okay, I worry. But
Oh, I know. I know that
the
feeling.
panic disorder, and that
Mhm.
I tend to overthink, overanalyze, over worry. Always worst case scenario is what goes through my head first.
Yep.
The and a lot of times, even though, like, I know anything I ask the king for, he will do for me, I still to
Yep.
this day could need something, and I still have to. I think about it and I worry over it, and I'm not talking for days. I'm talking for weeks before I
Aw,
will finally
honey.
break down and ask him, "Hey, can you get me this?" And a lot of times it's a trivial little nonsensical. It
Yep.
doesn't even cost much, but that's just who I am.
Yep.
You
Oh, Zoila, I didn't get to ask how did your son's trip go? Because I haven't been on in a while. So I haven't been in anyone's lives. Have a good night, Paula, honey. Hi, Jamie.
Jamie is such a sweetheart. I am really enjoying getting to know her.
Oh, good. How did you get to know Jamie?
Well, I hang out with Dawn Yarndall every now and again, and Dawn and her are friends. So I've been lucky enough to be able to communicate with her a few times when I was doing things with Dawn, and she is quite a bit like me in the witchy ways aspect, and a very laid back, very talented lady.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's one of those. I was lucky enough to have a friend that was already a friend, so um,
Nice.
I was able to get to know her that way.
Nice.
I think it's
He
kind of like
didn't
how
want
I
to
was
come
able
home.
to actually get to know you is, because we were in the same group and we are able to communicate that way.
Yeah, exactly.
What you working on over there? Your chicken?
I'm doing his headpiece.
Okay. Oh, that's cute.
Well, I'm trying to do his headpiece. It looks like it's going to be way too big for his head. Well, it's making it so far. Oh, you got to trust in the pattern, I guess.
Yeah, at least the first time that you do it, trust the pattern. Then after that, do how you think is best. I mean,
That's
I mean that's
what
how
I,
I do it. Don't do it that way.
yeah, that's what I say to my sister. I always do like a recipe the way it says it the first time. And then after that, I make my adjustments.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, the only thing I ever leave out in a recipe, unless I'm if I'm cooking, I leave it out. If I'm baking, I don't.
salt, right?
It's because in baking, the salt is actually important, where in cooking, it really isn't.
Yet you're not a salt fan. I
Nope, I don't
yeah,
like it.
I do like salt. Oh, Zoila, 1 in the morning, and you don't like driving at night. Aw, I'm so sorry, hon. And now you can say you never get to go again because you made me come out for you at 1 in the morning. He'll be like,
I
"What? I didn't make you come out for me. No, it was the flight. Wasn't me."
Yeah, Mandy, I don't use a salt at all. I do not put salt in my food. I will use a little bit of seasoning salt, a very tiny bit, but one, at first it stemmed from, I grew up in a home that literally, if you grab the salt shaker before trying the food or even after trying the food, it would instantly, completely, for lack of a better way of putting this, piss my mother off. And,
Why?
and she didn't like it. She got very, very upset. She took it as we were insulting her food. Um, so I didn't grow up having it. And then after I've had, two heart attacks and I have my third pacemaker in with, I'll be getting a new one again here probably in the next year or two. Um, Salt is just not a good idea for me to have. So I stay away from it. And I switched the king from table salt to the pink Himalayan sea salt. And even then, I restrict his salt intake as well. I think I learned that one from my mom. Although I don't get mad, I do find it to be insulting if someone grabs a salt shaker before they've tasted my food.
I've
Because my food
started
is
to get
very flavorful. It's just not salty.
I started to get that way with my sister. I'm like, I mean, I salt and pepper the food or I season it, and she will go for the salt. And I bought her pink Himalayan salt, which is a very strong salt. So you don't have to use a lot of it.
Right.
but she will still use it like it's regular iodized table salt. And but she uses it before she even tastes the food. And I'm like, taste the food first.
Yep.
Come on. And she's like, no, I know I need it. And I'm like, I will hurt you. I know I'm not allowed to touch you, but I will hurt you in some way. I mean,
Right.
really.
Soy sauce is very salty too. I don't generally use soy sauce, but I do use a lot of wash your sister sauce. Worcestershire.
You can say it about 78 different ways.
Right, right. The first time I ever heard it called wash your sister sauce, I just lost it. That was the funniest thing
Would
I'd
you
ever
say
heard.
wash your sister sauce?
Wash
Wash
your
your
sister sauce.
wash your sister sauce. Okay. No, thank you, but okay.
Yeah, it was just so funny. But then, growing up where I grew up, there was all kinds of words that most people were like, "Uh-huh, what a who?"
Yeah. I always see
Wish
wish
you
you
were
were
here,
here
son.
sauce. Wish you were here sauce. Oh my gosh. You guys are too funny. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's starting to look like a chicken if I fold it in half, everyone. Hold on. Chicken?
I need a chicken.
Burk,
Buck, buck.
burk, 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 burk.
That's gonna be one cute chicken when you get done.
It's soft. It's soft. I'm gonna give it to my friend Maggie because I told her I took it to her house when I was visiting with her on Wednesday, and I was working on it, and she got super duper excited to find out I was making one. And she was like, I want to make, she's a knitter. She's always been a knitter. She only, she knits, doesn't crochet, but she was like, I've been wanting to make one. I've been wanting to make one. But she's not making one. She's working on something else. And so I'm like gonna give it to her when it's all done. But I was just like, ooh, I think it's I think it's meant to be that I'm making one right now, and she's so excited by it. So
Right. The king got me a thank you present for being his nurse.
ooh, that
Yeah.
is so cute. That is nice. And I don't know like what kind of space you have, but is that for when you're riding on the bike or?
It can be, but I needed a new pocketbook anyways. But this is one that it's just got the one strap so that
Yeah, it's a crossbody, like,
you
yeah.
know, like, 'cause we go to the flea markets and stuff, and flea markets are notoriously bad for pickpockets.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
and it's got a liner in it where, because I have that tap on my card, so they can't just walk by me and scan.
So it's got the RFID block.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty great.
very
Since you
nice.
were talking about your sock, I just finished the heel on mine.
Ooh.
I'm making a pair of socks for the king and I for the wedding.
Yeah.
His hair is all pink, to add just a little bit more to his outfit. And my pair is going to be pink with a gray cuff. But that's where we're at.
Oh, I like it. Now that's leftover dress yarn, right? Yeah,
Yep.
I can tell the color. Yeah.
Yeah, so that way he will have a pair of socks on that absolutely matches my dress. I just love this heel. Isn't that just a beautiful heel? It's just,
Oh, thank you, Zoila. Jude's a mod, Zoila. Just so you know, honey.
I was actually looking at my mods before we came on. I had never seen them or seen where you could get into them through the live chat in YouTube side.
Yeah.
So I was looking around in there at everything I can see.
Yeah. Do I have my sock? I do. I have my sock up here. I can show you. Let's see. Here's my sock so far. I have
Blueberry socks.
blueberry sock.
Good.
So there's, and then my heel. I mean, you can sort of see it coming
Yep, I can
around.
see it starting. That's looking really good, honey.
So I'm just getting to where, so that's it forming, and I extended the leg because I can't do the shorty.
Right.
And
Well, when you get to where your heel flips over and it's like magic. It's like watching a flower bloom or witnessing a brand new baby animal. Like it's just like, oh, look what I did.
oh,
It,
that reminds me, we got two. Well, we had a fawn come into, well, a doe, but she probably only a yearling, come through our yard, and there's a deerberry bush outside my sister's room, which is also called a Highland blueberry bush. They're poisonous to humans, but not to animals, so not to deer, and thus called a deerberry bush. So she was munching on the bush, and I had my new phone. And so through the window, I'm like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo," and she can hear me talking. The window's shut, but she can hear me, and she's looking at me, and then goes back to munching, looking at me. And then through the pathway comes a spotted fawn. And I'm wondering, is this the spotted fawn that I saw like last month that was only as big as Ziva? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Zoila, this is the Premier Fruit sock. The yarn does all the pattern. This is just knitted. So all I had to do was knit and knit, 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 and the yarn did all the patterning for me. So this is blueberry, and then I bought it in orange and watermelon and strawberry and dragon fruit, because if it wants to do the work for me, I will take it. But so this one comes out and is over by our burn pile, which hasn't been burnt in like months and months and months, because it's been too dry or raining. Either raining or the very next day it's so hot out that it's too dry. And then through the path, exactly the same size, a twin spotted fawn. So twinsies. But no mama. No mama. She must have stayed in the forest, because the doe was not big enough to have been the mama. So this was not the baby that I saw. So they have figured out our property is safe haven, and I'm happy about that. We don't really have big, and I got video of it all. It'll probably be 2 shorts because it was too long to be one, but
Right.
I'm gonna put it up soon. I'm gonna see about it won't really need editing, but it'll just need separating into two videos. And oh, I just love living. My dad's like, you really love living up here with all the this could fail and this could fail. I'm like, oh God, yes, I love living up here. I mean, really, there are just too many good things to,
Right.
you know. Mary Hirschner's has it. Um, Mary Maxim has it, and they usually have it for like $3.99, and then they'll have it on sale for $2.99. So always look for the sale. And I found out that it's a Premier yarn, but I found out that Premier has a store on Amazon. So if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can sometimes get, bye, Allie, have a good night, honey. You can sometimes get the Premier yarns on Amazon.com for the same price you can get them on Premier.com, but with Prime shipping, so absolutely no shipping.
Right.
Um,
I think I have one or two balls of every one of the like red or pink colored fruit yarns. Only problem it's an acrylic. So if I make socks with it, I literally can only wear those socks in the winter because I already have swelling issues and that, so I don't need all the extra heat on my feet.
well, the thing is, my sister is wool sensitive, so it's actually better for her because
Right.
um, we are. She seems to be okay with superwash merino, but some of the other sock yarns, like this one, she would not be okay with because it is quite toothy. Um, Even though it says it's superwash, it's a very toothy superwash. I'm I am quite surprised by it says it's superwash merino and nylon, but this is a very grabby.
Merino itself is hardly grabby at all. So being superwash merino, it should not be grabby at all.
That's why I was surprised the first time I got this by how I wish I could just hand it to you. Here, have some.
Right. Me
Have some.
too.
Try it. Feel it. Feel it. But have a good night, Dragon Cat, honey. But but the first time, it's just the colors, you know, speak to me so much in the marling that I wanted to get some more of it. And since it does say superwash, I figure, at least using it with some soap, because I do have some of those soak packages, see if it maybe softens up.
I like the soak. That is hands down my favorite stuff to use.
I have never tried actually using it on any of my projects because I've never really used my nicer yarns.
Right.
So I've never had to use any of my soaks. And I only had the small packs. So when I
Right.
made my big shawls or whatever, and I gifted them, and I expected the people who got them, which I always told them, what they were made of, usually. Well, I haven't gifted any of the nice, nice yarn ones. The only one I can think of that I gifted was a cotton acrylic one.
Right.
So that one's safe so far. But any of the, superwash or silk, or I haven't done any I haven't done the hand dyed or any of that stuff yet, and then gifted it. when I do, I will inform the recipient how it needs to be taken care of.
Right.
But I'm hoping this will soften up, you know. Jude, of course you do. Use uses soak as a clothing perfume and spray it on her worn clothing. Just get Febreze, Jude.
Oh, our Jude's got to be extra bushy. If she's not, she just
Uh,
wouldn't be our Jude.
oh, I'm glad you. Yeah, Cindy. If I ever find a way to save money, I will share it with anyone and everyone. If you can save on Premier, Hirschner's, Mary Maxim shipping, because those are high shipping costs, I will try to help you save those shipping costs. When I found out I could get Premier yarn for Premier prices and not pay the shipping, dang, I will do that and I will share that with you. I'm not going to keep that to myself. We have been on here almost 2 hours already.
Oh, I know time flies when you're having fun. I was thinking probably giving it a 10-minute warning because I am having spasms in my back here, so I'm not going to be able to
Well,
sit much longer.
you must have gotten them from me because I had to take a muscle relaxant and a pain pill earlier today. I had to take one yesterday. I'm hoping they kicked it out of there so I don't, so I don't have them anymore this week. I need none of that this week.
Right? Yeah, I take 2 muscle relaxers just to go to sleep at night.
Oh,
Otherwise, my back kicks me out of the bed within a half an hour because
I
it
was
just
going to
hurts.
say, you don't sleep at night. You're up all night. What are you
Well,
talking about? You sleep
day,
during
night,
you
or
sleep during the sun time. Sun time.
good night. Have a good night, Wanda.
Night, Wanda. Say hi to Ruby.
Yeah, I gotta do a little bit more editing stuff, and then I'm gonna put up a little video that is basically every bag that I have and what that bag is. Like, this is the sock bag, this is the cake bag, this is, because I've had
Yeah.
a lot of people, when they're showing off my bags, they're not sure what bag it is that they have. They just know they have one of my bags. So I was hoping to get that done so that everybody can know for sure what bag it is that they have, or they have a place where they can reference back to.
Oh, I'm still not going to know for sure. I'm going to be like, is this the needle hook bag or is this the big cake sack? I don't know. I'm still never going to know. I'm going to always get those two confused. I don't know. Whatever. My brain won't remember. I will always know the medium Japanese knot bag. I will always know that one. And I will know the takeout bag because it's the little one with the fancy put this snap over here, put that snap over there, put that one over there, and you Jenga'd it into a little thingy that you did the fun, hand jive with, and ta-da, you know?
That is a fun bag. Oh, Miss Lydia, I'm sorry for your loss, sweetheart.
Oh, wait, where'd Lydia?
She said, "Okay, I'm back. My clothes are
Oh,
ready for the funeral tomorrow. One
yeah.
of my cousins passed away."
Oh, so sorry, Lydia. Yes. Wait, no. I can
I
do
can
it
do this.
exactly like they do it in I can do it just like they do it in Greece. Doing the hand job. I have
Hey,
seen Grease way too many times. Way too many times. He won the dance contest with the wrong girl from the Catholic school, and she was at least 23 years old. Tells you something.
I think I've only ever seen Grease once.
Well,
With no TV, I'm sorry. Now, Dirty Dancing, that was my jam. I love that.
they did. They did a dance with. Didn't they do one with some sort of hand thing too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I have seen Dirty Dance. That was my older sister's. She had a big old, fascination crush thing. I got her like a collector's edition of that. And she was like, ah. So,
Yeah, I love those movies. I like a lot of his movies, though.
yeah. I, of course, saw Point Break a bunch of times, but that was because of Keanu. So, I
Yeah,
had like
Keanu's pretty
all,
cute.
I had like all of his, all, well, not all of them. I've never seen, um, the one, now I'm not sure why I've never seen this one, but it was the one where he was in it with River Phoenix. Because I loved River Phoenix too, where they were like escorts or something.
Oh, I haven't seen that either. I don't think.
Uh, but I don't. It's like out of Arizona or out of something. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I've never seen that one, but I probably should never see that one. It's like supposedly very emotionally disturbing. Uh, I just am never going to see it. Hi, Alex. How are you? Yeah, they were pretty old in that one in Greece. Has anybody seen Greece too?
Didn't even know they did a Grease too.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that was Michelle Pfeiffer in that one. And it was motorcycles. And Pinky was in it. That's how they bled it together. She was still in that one. She went back to get her degree. But so apparently it was Olivia Newton-John's cousin came to the high school as an exchange student. But the thing was, the actor they got couldn't really sing. I mean, he could carry a tune, but Michelle Pfeiffer can sing. And yeah, I'm doing all right, Alex. How are you? Yeah, yeah. I need a cool rider, a cool rider. If he's cool enough, he can burn me through it. That's one of the songs. Anyway, so yeah, but is it? He's a geek, so no one expects that he's the masked motorcyclist. Yeah, it's just it's dorky. It's horribly dorky. It's not even like on the same level as Grease. But it's just like, okay, hmm, yeah. They had some of the same actors, um, but yeah, just watch it at some point. Like, yeah. Sandy's cousin, yes. Sandy's cousin Barbara. Yeah, Lydia's like, she owns it. Yeah. Lorenzo Lamas. Apparently, Lorenzo Lamas was in it, too. Oh, and Melanie J was asking about measurements about the
Yeah,
bags. Do you know?
that's actually a really good idea. I've had people ask me before, so that's a good reminder, and I appreciate that. Thank you. I always,
Michael.
I know
Yes. So,
sometimes measurements are, when you hear a measurement, sometimes it's hard to picture. So, I've always tried to just say how much yarn fits in, but doing the measurements is definitely, for other people, for the people that the measurements make sense. That's a very good idea.
yeah, Brandon. The geek secretly rode the motorcycle. I didn't know they did a sequel to Staying Alive.
Well, I suppose my back isn't going to let up, guys, so I'm going to head on out of here. And unfortunately, that means Mel's got to head on out of here too, since we're on the same thing. But we will definitely be back next Monday, or at least I will for sure. I think Mel will be back by then.
I will be back by then. I
So
will. And I
hopefully,
will try to do something this week. We will see what I am able to do from Lancaster, you know.
right. Well, we will look forward to anything that you can get done, Mel. You know that.
Yeah.
And just a reminder, if anybody is looking for a specific bag, any prints or anything specific that you're looking for, you're more than welcome to reach out to me via Facebook or email. And I can make you any of the styles that I have available in a print that I have, or I'm more than willing to special order something just for you. Until next time, I truly hope that you are all crafting your happiness.
And shine bright, everyone. Bye.